Here with next edition of
Elle est aux États.
I'm telling you, she always does this.
Elle, papa.
No, it's true. It was so hard for you to get her this opportunity, and she doesn't even seem to care.
I know a girl who put up with abuse for years just to be a part of this.
Qu'est-ce que j'en fais pas? Grande?
How do you know that for certain?
Tu peux percevoir. Je m'appelle maintenant bien.
Amuse? For whom?
La créateur, bonsoir.
So what do you know about him?
La créateur?
Who else do you think it's talking about?
I hear he's a genius.
I hear an act.
Ce ne sont pas non conventionnels.
What do you mean unconventional?
It's not like the other times. This is different. His camera is his quill, you know?
He sounds like an...
I just want to help him see it through.
It's a club, is it not?
Have you ever danced before?
Can you vouch for this guy? Can we trust him?
Je suis maintenant rangé.
I suppose not.
She's gonna be okay though, right?
She's gonna be late. I'm telling you, she's gonna be late.
Shut up! La créateur, je t'en manque un peu.
Promise.
Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. We're heading across the river, wash your sins away in the tide. It's all so peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. Forget your
Now, let's meet the nominees. We've got them here, just behind us. There they are. Hey, everyone, give us a wave. The nominees. Lots of excitement, lots of nerves. We'll check in with you all throughout the evening. We feeling good? You're looking great. All right. Let's get this show on the road. What do you say? Let's begin things. Here we go. Let's begin right now. The first rule of law school, isn't it? Only sign contracts under fluorescent lights. Beautiful music video. That was fantastic. Let's check back in with our nominees. We have them over here on the screen. Hey, guys. We've got some support crew there as well, especially out by Tambourine Mountain State High. Give us a wave. Fantastic. We've got some family, some friends. Lovely to see you all. Of course, you've all done so much great work to be here today. And so we wanted to give a little something back to you. To celebrate this afternoon, we've sent you all a box full of goodies that I'm sure you've all been very, very keen to open up. Here we go. This is what it looks like. So if you have your boxes, guys, pull them out here for a second, because the time has come. Here we go. Go ahead, open them up. You've got them there. There we go. We've got some great things inside here. Let's find out. Woo. What have we got? What have we got? Oh, very nice. We've got a BUFTA bag. Here we are. A program. There we are. Oh, we found the fantails. Good work, Jewel. There we are. Fantails. We got Jaffas. We got cards. We've got a bottle here. We've even got, and I love this, an individual poster of each of your short films that we've put together and had. Well, this is a stitch-up. This is a very handsome, though, I must say. Great work, everyone, as you continue to open those up. We hope you enjoy everything that we have for you inside. Even a letter from the Dean, which I've been wanting for years now. Really want a pen pal, so I'll speak to you afterwards, mate. To all our audience watching, make sure you don't forget to cast your vote for the People's Choice Award, which will be announced a little bit later on tonight. Make sure you have your say.
Presenting the award for Best Achievement in Art Film, please welcome Head of Screen Queensland Studios, Derek Hall.
A great piece of art is more than just a visual treat. It radiates beauty through a message, a vision, a voice that needs to be heard. These filmmakers use their skill to create films that share their message, challenge us, and express themselves through the visual medium. Through these films, they have challenged us to think deeply and feel deep emotion, creating not only a great film, but a great piece of art. The nominees for Best Achievement in Art Film are
She is Going to Be Late by Ethan Lewin from St Joseph College, Gregory Terrace, Queensland.
I'm telling you, she always does this.
Elle, papa.
No, it's true. It was so hard for you to get this opportunity.
Sleepless by Spring Lee from Hunting Tower School, Victoria. The Art of Fire by Jamali Van Heerden from Emmanuel College, Queensland.
And the award for Best Achievement in Art Film goes to, congratulations to the nominees, Ethan Lewin from St Joseph's College, Gregory Terrace in Queensland, for his film, She Is Going to Be Late. Congratulations, Ethan.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank, firstly, my amazing cast, Sully, Marley, Abby, and Harry. They just did an amazing job, and they give the film so much of a personality. And I want to thank my composer, Lachlan McDonald, who as well just gives the film such an amazing mood, and I'm incredibly grateful that he helped me out on it. And lastly, my parents for supporting me through everything and helping me out with my films, even if they don't always completely get them. So thank you so much.
And the award for Best Achievement in Art Film goes to, congratulations to the nominees, Ethan Lewin.
Yay!
Congratulations, Ethan.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank, firstly, my amazing cast, Sully, Marley, Abby, and Harry. They just did an amazing job, and they give the film so much of a personality. And I want to thank my composer, Lachlan McDonald, who as well just gives an amazing mood, and I'm incredibly grateful that he helped me out on it. And lastly, my parents for supporting me through everything and helping me out with my films, even if they don't always completely get them. So thank you so much. Amazing cast.
That's what we talking about. That's what we fucking with.
Goddamn!
Yes, sir! Yes! Goddamn!
Composer, Lachlan McDonald, who as well just gives.
Woo!
Presenting the award for Best Achievement in Editing, please welcome Bond alumnus Eamon McDonough.
Editors are the superheroes of the post-production in film. They spend countless hours in the editing suite, watching footage, cutting together scenes, and working frame by frame to achieve perfection. This not only requires immense patience and creativity, but is essential in determining the emotional connection between the film and the audience. The nominee for the Best Editing Awards are Indiana Harvey from Guildford Grammar School, Queensland; Ethan Lewin from Joseph College, Gregory Terrence, Queensland; and Jasmine Nash from Iona Presentation College, Western Australia. And the award for the Best Achievement in Editing goes to Indiana Harvey from Guildford Grammar School.
Presenting the award for Best Achievement in Sound, please welcome film editor Steve Cooper.
One of the most essential components of a film is unseen. Sound emerges into a world and unknowingly influences the connections that we create. The Best Achievement in Sound is awarded to a nominee whose sound design elevates their film beyond the visuals alone. The nominees for Best Achievement in Sound are Owen Douglas from the Anglican Church Grammar School in Queensland, Ethan Lewin from St Joseph's College, Gregory Terrace in Queensland, and Ryan Thraith from Palm Beach Currumbin High School in Queensland. And the award for the Best Achievement in Sound goes to Ryan Thraith from Palm Beach.
Presenting the People's Choice Award, please welcome back your host, Nick O'Hara-Boyd.
Finally get to open one of these up. How exciting. The time has come for you, the audience, to have your say. Which of this year's spectacular films best entertained, inspired, and connected for you? For the last few weeks, your votes have been coming in. A total amount of 2,688 votes have been received. Huge amount. But now it's time to reveal the nominees for the Red Bull People's Choice Awards. The nominees are The Tea Sommelier by Lily Boyvert, another familiar face, She Is Gonna Be Late by Ethan Lewin, Companion by Indiana Harvey, and the award for the Red Bull People's Choice Award goes to The Tea Sommelier by Lily Boyvert.
Presenting the Jury Prize, please welcome back Director of Film, Screen and Creative Media, Associate Professor Michael Sergi.
In the tradition of some of the world's great film festivals, like Berlin, Cannes, Venice, and the Gold Coast Film Festival. Yeah, right? That's right? I'm sure that's right. The jury prize is awarded to a passionate and talented young filmmaker who, in the eyes of the jury, both the industry jury and the academic jury, has demonstrated an outstanding potential as a future filmmaker. This prestigious award is bestowed on one filmmaker who receives a partial scholarship to study the Bachelor of Film and Television here at Bond. Through their entry this year, this filmmaker has demonstrated a certain je ne sais quoi, like a certain raw talent that cannot go unnoticed. The jury prize provides this filmmaker with the opportunity to build on their raw talent to become one of tomorrow's most talented filmmakers. The nominees for the jury prize are
Owen Douglas, Anglican Church Grammar School, Queensland. Sarah Larkey, from Monty St Angelo Mercy College, New South Wales.
Art. Well, you can hardly call it art, it's just a bunch of objects mashed together. Yeah, modern art. I don't know, maybe symbolic of a crippling sense of self-worth.
Ethan Lewin, St Joseph's College, Gregory Terrace, Queensland.
So what do you know about him?
Black creator.
Who else do you think he's talking about? I hear he's a genius. I hear he's an actor.
Ce ne sont pas, non.
Jasmine Naish, from Iona Presentation College, Western Australia.
All right. You want to be in it, don't you?
Yeah, my name's Nigel Harding. I'm 58 years old.
And the jury prize goes to... Well, actually, it goes all the way across the country to Jasmine Naish of Iona Presentation College in Western Australia.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the commentary track for She's Going to Be Late. Now obviously I've slowed it down halfway speed just so I can talk a little bit more, and the cut we're currently watching is the cut that I made for my IA3 assignment. Now in the back of that shot there, in the reflection of the mirror, you can actually see me walking behind Sully. A few reasons it's this. Firstly, I wanted to show that the creator was kind of still there, kind of establish that as a little bit of an Easter egg. But secondly, and most importantly, it was raining at the time, or just about to rain. Like there were a few drops on me and Sully, and I just wanted to get it as quickly as I could. I went, you know what, if you can see me, it's okay. It adds to the kind of the tone and the, not the tone, sorry, but the theme of the film. I thought it'd be fine, but mostly, yeah, I only got two takes of this because it was raining down, I had to get out of the way, I didn't want to destroy any of the FTV equipment. But yeah, I always had this like opening shot in mind of Sully walking up to the phone and just saying that, hey, she's going to be late. Now, with the shots with Abby, that was actually really easy. It took a amount of time. With all the films I do, kind of for film and television, but just in general, I just kind of get coverage. I get what I think I need to get, and honestly, I just patch it together in the edit. I'm far more of an editor than I am like a director, honestly. So that's kind of why some of the shots earlier are a bit, I don't know, a bit all over the place. But I really love this dialogue scene here between Marley and Sully and Harry, just because, I don't know, I kind of wrote the dialogue with them in mind, and because of that, it's a little bit more natural than it would be if I knew none of them and kind of just wrote it off the top of my head. And I don't know, I think that, like, with my sitcom, Sully and Harry kind of got used to my dialogue and the way that it's kind of supposed to sound. Like, they get it, and Marley really adopted that because he's kind of familiar with my films and whatnot. And I don't know, I just think it comes together so naturally on screen. Now, this shot with Abby here, it'll cut over in a second. You can see the the traffic light. It's turning from green to red. That was actually the hardest shot to get in the film because the whole time it was green. Like, it is consistently green, that light, and it's only red for like 10 seconds every like 20 minutes. So we just had to wait for such a freaking long time to get that shot. Again here, I just wanted to... Oh, this is actually a continuity error. You can see Harry's wearing a different mask. That's why I had him pull it down like that. Not for any cool reason, but just because his like mask is different and you can't tell in black and white. Secondly, Sally's hair got shorter and Harry's hair got longer. And that's what I was talking about earlier with the how the lights were changing. That's actually from the shoot with Abby, that different shot, not this one. And then you can tell, I feel like it's a bit jarring. But this shot here with Abby, there's actually Audrey in the car. I actually forgot to credit Audrey. Like, if you watch, like, all the cuts I've done, I forgot to credit Audrey. So when I went to go redo this BUFTA thing, I put Audrey into the credits because, like, I don't know, this is a pretty crucial role here. You can't see her, but she's driving. And this shot here is directly taken from Breathless. Not this one, the one in the car. Yet again, I wanted Harry to act moody. In the corner there on the left, you can see everyone's bags because most of this towards the end was just shot like after school or before school, some of it during lunch. Because I had to get this done. It was a school assignment, you know. Yet again here, this shot was done the day before it was done. You can see Marley doesn't have glasses there in that long shot. And I think Marley is wearing a different mask as well. And here, Harry's got a completely different mask than in the beginning of the film. I love this shot here, though. This one took a while. Yeah, and Abby strutting in all confidently. And because of the time limits, you can see it cuts, like, here. That was to do kind of the jump cutty French New Wave thing, but you can see in the cut that's on YouTube, I extended that. Yeah, I don't know. I think everyone did such a good job in the film. Abby's biggest regret is that I didn't direct her well enough, as in I didn't say, oh, you're this French muse. Like, she didn't really know what she was doing. I was just like, oh, I'll just walk here, you know, talk. And Abby always said if she had another chance, she would go in and, you know, she would do it with, like, a French accent or something like that, make it a bit more seductive maybe. But, you know, it's a school assignment. We had to, you know, be pretty conservative with it. So I don't know, I love that shot here, how it like pans over and you zoom in and zoom out. Like, it's obviously two different shots where it pans over into the green screen and then I cut that from the black to a shot where it goes out. But I think it works really well. I like that sort of continuity of everything happening. I don't know if anybody got confused about this line, but like, have the audience's cheers have brought you tears. That's like you being on stage and like how everything feels and whatnot. And the you will cry line that's going to come up now, or they will cry. That's like you are making them cry because of your good performance and the emotions of it all. You will help them, you're helping them to cry because you're giving such a compelling performance, sort of. Because in this sort of context, Abby's character is like an actress compared to the director. Have you ever snapped your leg? That's a reference to, you know, you're going on stage and people go, oh, break a leg. That's a reference to that. And have you ever entered the cast? Yet again, you snap your leg, you go into a cast, that sort of thing. And then have you ever danced before? That's referencing a line that Audrey said earlier. And also just kind of dancing is a type of performance. So I went, what if we had dancing sort of be the metaphor for acting? And that's what this scene is. But, you know, this scene is directly inspired by not Jean-Luc Godard, sorry. It's inspired by Gaspar Noé. I just kind of wanted to do a Luxor Turner climax, Enter the Void type thing, because I really like his work. And that's where this scene is taken from. I just got everybody to stand in front of the camera, do a little bit of dance, and then I got some like stuff of them all dancing in the garage like this. I did all this in the same day, and as the camera zooms in, it just kind of exemplifies like, hey, this is a metaphor for filmmaking itself. But mostly I just think this part of the movie is fun. Lockie's soundtrack is really good. For the for this cut, we actually had to make it say, we had to take out the line "I'm hot for you" like in the song. So the song just went, "What you gonna do?" But yeah, I think it's really good. And Abby's acting here is really great, and just the words, I just like to be all so overwhelming. And yeah, Promised Land, third chapter. Now, I really like doing this scene. I thought it was really fun to like make, actually. Sully tried to do like the biggest falls he could while they were all like dropping down, which I don't know was for the best or not. But yeah, he does a little like turn. We wanted to make it look a little bit theatric. See him look like dead in the eyes. Marley falling, and then here Harry doing his big old flop. And Abby's just wearing the same costume she did before, just with that trench coat over the top. Here she's like kind of directly copying or being similar to Judy Garland's costume in the one behind her. And what I don't like about the Bond cut, the one that I had to submit for the BUFTA Awards, was that this whole scene kind of changes its meaning. Here, this scene is supposed to be the example of someone who is a victim of the toxic Hollywood complex. Like Judy Garland, it's mimicking, like saying, hey, where Abby's character is now, where the muse is, and because of like toxic directors and the kind of the film industry, she is now in the same position as someone like Judy Garland, who kind of ultimately suffered because of that. And here in the end, as like the Promised Land is sort of playing over Harry, like going outside, he's going outside because he hears that Promised Land looping. And then as he finally makes his way outside, he sees that his whole world has been surrounded by the Creator. You know, and I think that was kind of lost in the edit because I didn't kind of put it together well enough. But yeah, it was mostly just supposed to be like the Creator is in charge of every aspect of this world. Here you can see actually an issue with the edit. It goes in with each cut, and then as it goes written by, it goes outward again. So that's a bit of an issue on my part. And I actually kind of resolved this by like doing a jump cut later on, like when I went back to edit it just before I released it. But I don't know, I just think Harry did a really good job in the role as well. He doesn't really like acting, but he did a really good job. And yeah, and then finally it all burns up. And this little quote at the end here, I don't know if anyone really has asked me about it, but it's a quote of Stanley Kubrick yelling at Shelley Duvall, yet again kind of giving an example, much like Judy Garland, how she was a victim, just like Shelley Duvall was against Stanley Kubrick. So yeah, that is She's Going to Be Late, my critique of auteur theory and the way that it exemplifies sort of narcissistic directors. Yeah, I don't know. And also the God thing at the end is just supposed to be the greatest example of saying, hey, this is satirical. Yeah. I hope everyone enjoyed. Take it easy.
promised land, promised land. We're going to the promised land, promised land, promised land. We're going to the promised land, promised land, promised land, promised land.
Hello, I am E.C. Lewin, and this is just kind of my epilogue to She's Going to Be Late. My acceptance speech for the art film category was only about 20 seconds, plus I was very nervous. So there's a lot more people I need to thank and a lot more people I need to acknowledge. Secondly, there's a few other things about the film that I wanted to include, some other kind of ideas I had about the film that just didn't make the cut, and I just kind of want to discuss all those things. This is kind of to wrap everything up, if you will. So, firstly, let's get through the acknowledgements. Firstly, I wouldn't know that the BUFTA Awards existed if it wasn't for my grandparents, Lorraine and Ron Copeland. They get a special thanks at the end of the new BUFTA cut, but I just wanted to thank them again here. They introduced me to people who knew about it, and they encouraged me to do so, and yeah, I am just very thankful. They've always been very supportive of my filmmaking and finding a career in film, and they've really helped me out a lot with this one, so thank you to them. Secondly, I mentioned them in my speech, but my parents also kind of instilled a love of filmmaking for me at a young age. Me and my dad made a Going on a Bear Hunt adaptation before I went to prep, and I think kind of experiences like that, and making films with my sister Kate and my cousin Olivia, as well as my older sister Beck, who made a film called Blackbird with us about a superhero that we invented. All of those kind of experiences, the way I was raised was through a love of filmmaking and a love of film, so I just kind of wanted to thank them there for instilling that in me. And I think a lot of things I learned at a young age, like how to edit or how to treat performances and kind of just basic stuff like that, was stuff that I was familiar with at a very young age, so I just kind of wanted to thank them. Now, I thanked all these people in my speech as well, but I don't think I can understate the significance that my actors, as well as my composer, Lachlan MacDonald, added to the film. Firstly, to talk about Lockie. Lockie and I bonded over music around a few years ago now, mostly because of Kanye West. We went on the photography immersion together, to which we would repeat lyrics from Send It Up, I believe. No, it was another one. It was another one off Yeezus. The line about sweet and sour sauce and civil rights signs. I'm in it. That's the song. That's embarrassing that I didn't remember that. But yeah, we found a love of music from a few years ago now, and I know that how great of a producer he is. I've seen the work he's done. He has mountains and mountains of unreleased stuff that hopefully you guys get to hear one day. But I asked him if he wanted to kind of help me out with She's Going to Be Late. In particular, that dance song. I knew he'd be great. The Hot For You song. I just knew he would nail that. And he did. It's one of my favorite songs from the film. Yeah, I think that without him, the film would not be what it is. The jazzy opening is just amazing with those drums that remind me of Birdman, and it's just so swinging in that main theme. I just love it so much, and I think that, you know, I wasn't allowed to use any pre-existing music, but I don't think I would have found anything that fit as well to my aesthetic as that. Plus, if I tried to make it on my own, it would not have been good. So yeah, I just really need to thank him for that. Secondly, in regards to my performances, firstly, I believe Audrey Kozlovskis deserves the biggest apology. In every cut of the film, except for this new one, she is not credited, and she has lines of dialogue. She is the one driving the car and talking to Abby. She has a very crucial role, and I forgot to credit her. We have a long history of not giving Audrey proper lines. She's in Blood of Being as a small cameo. Harry started to shoot a film that we just decided to scrap, or he just decided to scrap, and she's in the background of I Care Because You Do. There's a long history of Audrey just being, behind the main actor, and yet again forgot to acknowledge her. So my sincerest apologies to Audrey. Thank you for letting us film in your car while you drove. Thank you a lot. I literally wouldn't have been able to do the film without that shot because it was a callback to Breathless. I directly needed that. Additionally, my dancers. My sister Kate, Keegan Bell, and Olive John, they all did dancing in the Hot For You scene, and I really appreciate it. They came in for the morning, they did it for me, they left, they did a great job, and I just wanted that scene to feel very full, and, you know, they did a really good job, and I just wanted to see, you know, the bodies of other people dancing in that arena. I'm also dancing in there. Curtis Coltrane, that's me. Now, Marley has never been in a film with me before. Except for Blood of Being. He was in that beforehand. But this is his first proper role that he's done for me, and I just loved his performance so much. He was down to do everything. He was prepared. He put his all into that dancing scene. Oh man, he chose Immaterial by Sophie to dance to, and he just absolutely nailed it. And yeah, I'm just so happy that I got to make him a part of this film. He's a great friend and a great actor in my opinion. Sully has been a main character since Death Script now, since grade 11, and he knows how to perform my dialogue more than anyone else. I am not a great writer, but it seems a lot better in his position. Additionally, he translated it on the day from the time he spent in France, and you know, that's a very crucial part of the movie, is that he speaks in French as kind of homage to that French New Wave. Without him, that aspect of the film literally wouldn't be there. So I thank you so much. And Harry, I would not be anywhere near as good as a filmmaker if it wasn't for you. Even when you are not directing and you're not creatively a part of my films, you assist so much with just the basic stuff. You know what it's like to direct a movie. You directed all of Blood of Being, and because of that, you're a great person to have on set, and I'm forever grateful that you let me film at your house and gave such a great performance. And finally, Abby, you were absolutely phenomenal, as you always are in all of my films. You are the main muse. I loved how you did Get Happy. You perform in a way that I wish I could. You know, you looked great in the film, you acted great, you added so much. Your scream at the end of chapter 2 is haunting, and yeah, you made the film what it is. Now, in regards to scenes that I didn't have time to include, a really big thing I wanted to do was, after each dialogue scene, have scenes of the creator, me, writing on a typewriter kind of the dialogue that we just saw. I wanted to break up I wanted to have like the creator sort of like in shadows as we were moving towards him, to kind of build suspense towards that character. And ultimately, in the end, it came down to, I didn't have enough time on my timeline. It was like 5 minutes or something for that original sort of thing, for the original IA3 submission. I didn't have access to a typewriter. It's kind of every shot I needed to do, I needed to be the one behind the camera. So if I was in a shot, it just had to be on a tripod. I couldn't move the camera with that. So I'm really impressed with the film, mostly because I'm able to be a character without, just being, using a tripod like this. And I think it worked pretty well. So mostly it just came down to logistics. If I had more time and I was doing this outside of the context of school, yeah, I would have absolutely included those shots, but I just didn't have enough time. Secondly, the dialogue scene between all the boys in front of like the crossing, that was originally supposed to take place in the back of a bus, or like while walking. It ultimately came down to how hard it would have been. I was kind of running out of time. I didn't want to disturb anyone because we would have had to do it in the afternoon, and that's quite a busy time to film. So yeah, it ultimately just came down to, it would have been too hard, too inconvenient, and we would have been quite a nuisance. And honestly, I think it still worked pretty well. We were able to film it during a lunch, I believe. But yeah, it all turned out pretty okay. But overall, I hope people enjoyed the film. I've made a few things that I'm really proud of, but I know are kind of inaccessible. But I hope people had a good time with the film. You know, because I certainly had a really good time making it. I think I'm going to have some really good memories about, you know, doing it with everybody. And, yeah. I just wanted to say thank you again to everybody who voted for me in the People's Choice Award. I was top 3 because of everyone who voted for me. I was in the top 3, only just lost. So yeah, wanted to thank everyone for that. I don't think I have anything else to say. I know that this whole BUFTA expanded video is kind of weird, but I hope people found something they enjoyed in it. Take it easy. I'll see you guys with the next one.